The lights inside the Sherri Shepherd Show studio gleamed like polished diamonds, bouncing off the vibrant orange and gold backdrop that framed the set. It was supposed to be a fun, laughter-filled morning, one of those easygoing daytime moments where humor and charm carry the conversation. The audience was excited, clapping and cheering as Sherri danced her way to the center of the stage, radiating confidence and joy. "Y'all are in for a treat today," she declared with a wide smile. "You know her from Reba, Baby Daddy, and about 100 other things that made us laugh until we cried. Please welcome my good friend, Melissa Peterman." The crowd erupted in applause, some even standing to cheer as the tall, blonde comedian strutted out, waving playfully at the audience. Dressed in a sleek crimson jumpsuit and glittering heels, Melissa looked every bit the star she was. She hugged Sherri warmly, laughing as they shared a quick inside joke before sitting down. Everything about the opening felt perfect, two powerhouse personalities, both hilarious, both beloved. But within minutes, something in the air would shift, and what began as banter would spiral into a moment that daytime TV would never forget. Melissa crossed her legs and leaned back comfortably, flashing her signature grin. "Girl, this set looks amazing," she said, glancing around. "I feel like I just walked into Beyoncé's living room." Sherri laughed, clapping her hands. "Please, if this were Beyoncé's living room, you'd have to sign an NDA just to breathe." The crowd laughed too, the chemistry between them sparking instantly. They reminisced about old projects, shared funny behind-the-scenes stories, and swapped jokes about aging, motherhood, and Hollywood's obsession with filters. It was easy, effortless, until Sherri shifted gears. "Now, I gotta bring this up," she said, glancing at her cue card with a mischievous smirk. "Melissa, you recently made some headlines online about something you said at a comedy event. You remember that?" Melissa's smile froze just slightly. "Oh Lord," she said with a laugh that didn't quite reach her eyes. "You're really gonna go there, huh?" Sherri chuckled. "Girl, you know I have too. The people wanna know." The audience laughed, but the energy had changed, small, almost invisible, but noticeable to anyone watching closely. Melissa leaned forward, brushing a strand of hair from her face. "Yeah, I remember," she said slowly. "It was a joke that people took a little too seriously, I guess." Sherri tilted her head. "Well, it wasn't just any joke," she said, still smiling, though her tone had a teasing edge. "You said Hollywood's gotten too sensitive, and that comedians can't tell the truth anymore without somebody crying about it." The audience reacted, a mix of laughter and scattered gasps. Melissa gave a small shrug, her voice tightening just a touch. "And I stand by that," she said. "Comedy's supposed to be fearless. If we start apologizing for every joke, we might as well stop laughing altogether." Sherri raised an eyebrow, crossing her legs. "But do you think maybe there's a difference between being fearless and being reckless?" she asked. The tone was still calm, but her words landed like sparks in dry grass. Melissa's eyes narrowed almost imperceptibly. "Well," she said, her voice dipping lower now, "I think people confuse being uncomfortable with being offended. There's a difference." The audience murmured, sensing the tension rising. Sherri smiled again, but this time the smile didn't quite soften her words. "Sure," she said, "but when a joke hurts someone, isn't that worth thinking about?" Melissa's reply came quicker than anyone expected. "If you start worrying about who gets hurt by a joke," she said, "you'll never tell." Another one again. The crowd reacted again, half cheering, half unsure. The laughter had faded now, replaced by the quiet rustle of an audience realizing they were watching something raw, unscripted.